So good afternoon, and I think it's been a busy period, isn't it? With Christmas coming and busy shopping, life, and I find that sometimes sometimes when you're busy, it's a bit difficult for your mind to calm down easily. It is normal. One of the questions that in one of my meditation class, someone asked me this question. He said that, I've been following sometimes, the YouTube, those guided meditation. Shall I just keep listening all the time? Then I said, for the beginning it's good, because it's a way to help you to calm down. Because sometimes people try very hard, try to just sit down. And then actually sometimes can be counterproductive when you use too much willpower and try to sit down and focus. And actually you don't prepare your mind. Sometimes you have to prepare your mind. It's just like warms. When you exercise, you need some warms up. You have to warm up your body first, isn't it? You do some warms up exercise before you do the sport. The same thing with meditation. Sometimes you need a little bit of that. I said, for the beginning it's okay. You just listen. So I said, when you become peaceful and calm, you have to stop listening because you will never go deep. Because your mind keep listening, and you have to be really, if you want to go deep, your mind is silent, you have to go deep. But you need it at the beginning, it's useful, but you have to drop it. You cannot just listen for 5 minutes, 1 hour listening. Then then it's very difficult. You cannot become really peaceful and calm because your mind is still listening. Your mind is still, out there. But it's useful for the beginning. It's helpful. And besides, you have other ways to calm down because sometimes I find that people being too harsh on themselves, they try too hard using too much willpower. Sometimes you give your meditation, your practice a little bit of kindness, and that is important. And sometimes, especially when it's busy, some people think, I'm busy, I should go and meditate and I go and force myself and sit. Actually, it doesn't work well, Sometimes you can't force, you have to prepare your mind. And sometimes it's useful that you do a little bit of loving kindness meditation before you start your breath meditation. Actually, it's very helpful. And also you can do, I think most of you have you heard of you doing loving kindness walking meditation? That also will help. Sometimes that actually is helps you to softening your heart. A bit of kindness to your mind. Actually, it's easier to sit and you have a softness. Sometimes when you're too hard, too much willpower, when it's too much willpower, and actually it will tend to stir up your mind, stir up your mind more rather than calming your mind down. That is also very useful because I find it very useful. Because early days, I do different kind of practice. I'm not practicing breath meditation. I'm doing the kind of like falling and rising and falling, observing your abdomen, rise and falls, and also observing the 4 elements. Then when I start to do breath meditation, it's very difficult because I always go back to the old habit. Then I struggling and I keep forcing myself to focus. Then I got very agitated. I can't really sit at all. Like I struggle the most for the 5 minutes. I can't go on anymore. Because before that, I'd be able to sit like sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours. It's not a problem. Then when I changed my method, it's very difficult. But then I find it very useful. It was suggested by Bhante Sujato. Then I do metta walking meditation. So how you do walk metta, loving kindness and walking meditation? You just stand still. You just find a path that you just at your own pace. You just put your hand like this. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be happy. Whatever words that clicks you, you just do that. And then you put down your hand, and then your focus on your foot, then you just recite metta, 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 metta. Then you stop there. Then you turn back around. Then you say, may I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. And then metta, 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 metta. Metta means loving kindness, metta. And you do that. And I did that. Some depends. Sometimes I do half an hour. Sometimes I do an hour. Depends on sometimes how how busy your life. And sometimes it takes a longer time to calm down. It becomes still because most people tend to use willpower to force themselves to be still. It will be counterproductive. Then after that, when I sit down and I just do a little bit of loving kindness meditation, but I just do it to myself. I just do it to myself. So may I be well and happy. May I be free from physical suffering, mental suffering. May I be, live in love and compassion. I just keep doing that. After that, when I started to feel, that gladness, when you're peaceful and calm, then. And I find it so easy to to observe my breath. It's so easy. Before that, I struggle. But then it was so easy. Then I doing that for 6 months, that I have to do metta, loving kindness before I can do breath meditation because I can't just directly sit down and do it, Then it takes me about 6 months, Then after that, it was so easy. I can easily, just sit down and watch my breath. That's why sometimes sometimes you have to learn to use a bit of, different ways, because sometimes your mind also, sometimes depends, Sometimes you need a little bit of different ways to do it, And also make it a little bit of more fun, isn't it? Rather you can just sit down, each time the same old breath again and again, and they're a bit boring. And then sometimes it gives you, it's sometimes also we need a bit of kindness, like Ajahn Brahm used to say, kindfulness. Sometimes mindfulness is not enough. Sometimes we've been too harsh. We are very hard on ourselves, Oh, come on, you can do it, beat it to it, And then you, actually, your mind, very difficult to become peaceful, your mind. Actually, in fact, it stirs your mind up. When you try to use willpower to do that, actually you need a little bit of, you're calming down, and then that's why normally when I do guided meditation, I don't do it too long. I just do a little bit because when I started to meditate, I can tell you I hated that guided meditation. Sometimes I say, shut up. I sit there and why talking for so long? Shut up. I just want to be peaceful. They said normally I don't go for too long because sometimes you need a little bit, Eventually you have to drop. Like for some people, like they can't focus on the breath, then they have to use putto, Putto. But eventually you have to drop the putto because the putto itself is still thinking. Putto. Because if not, you never go deep. You just putto. Then eventually when your mind becomes peaceful, calm enough, you have to drop. There's sometimes like, just you cannot, like this lady asked, I said you can't listen an hour to, turn on that, and then I said you can't go deep, but that is only helpful at the beginning, help to calming your mind down. That is useful for that. That's why it's no point like we rushing to sit down, It's no rush, you can't, because you have to be kind to your mind, not be too hard, come on, you can, better you do it, sit down, like sometimes even you train your dog also, you have to be kind, isn't it? You have to ask them to sit, you have to give them some food, isn't it? You cannot just sit, And sometimes I look at it, and when I look at that, I was thinking, sometimes training the mind is like training a dog, Sit, you cannot say, sit. You have to say, okay, come on, you have to be kindness, loving kindness towards your mind. Because sometimes it's natural. When you've been too harsh on ourselves, sometimes the mind have that kind of resentment. Wouldn't want to listen, It's like, I'm not going to listen. But a bit of kindness, loving kindness, send a little bit, give a little bit loving kindness to us. Actually, it's help to softening your heart. When your mind becomes soft and gentle, and you calm down easily, isn't it? When you're upset, when you have that resentment, your mind very difficult to become peaceful. That's why you need that bit of, kindness, That sometimes like sometimes when we cook food, sometimes we only need that bit, isn't it? The ingredients, that bit, it's just okay, perfect. If with meditation is also the same. Sometimes you add a little bit of kindness, it makes a great difference and it helps to calm your mind down. So that sometimes you can use different ways, of not every day, each time I have to do the same thing. But sometimes you can be, creative, Sometimes you do a little bit of metta walking meditation, then you do a little bit loving kindness before you go onto your breath. Actually, it's very useful because I did that. I find that it's very useful. So I just want to share with you because I find that it's useful and it's also helpful, to actually, it's another way to tame your mind without being too harsh on yourself. And I find that it's very useful. And yeah, we can do that today. We can have this, doing this, we start with just relax our body and then we just do a little bit of a metta, loving kindness, and after that we go back to your breath again. And I find that it's very useful, and you can try it from time to time, especially when you find it very difficult to just sit and focus and observe your meditation object. If you find it very difficult, and this is a way of to help you. And you can feel it when you started to have metta. You feel that gladness, and you feel I have lots of piti sukha. I was in tears and very happy. Then when you're happy, you can focus. When you're not happy, very difficult to focus. So meditation is always happiness come first. When you have the gladness and you're happy, easy to meditate. When you're not happy, it's very difficult, isn't it? Especially sometimes you have an argument with someone and you try to meditate. I can tell you can't meditate, you can't sit still. And that's also sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes the mind, you need to prepare your mind to become still, And then, yes, first of all, you have to calm down first. The mind have to calm down before your mind becomes still. So that's why it's helpful, at the beginning to have the guided meditation, but after that you have to drop, Then only your mind become more deep. You can go deeper. If not, you just on a very superficial level. Okay, a little bit peace, a little bit calmness. That's it. Then your mind is not still enough. And then if your mind is not still enough, then actually your mind is not powerful enough, not stable enough. Then when you come out from meditations in your daily life, you easily get affected by things outside. You get sucked in easily because your mind is not stable and strong enough to just say, okay, just be able to just recognize and just acknowledge what's happening, and okay, you stay. But very easily we become part of it. Everything. When any particular thoughts arises, we always get involved and become part of it. Or even something's happen outside us that's nothing to do with us, we always easily get involved rather to just stay. To keep. Because the peace is within, is not without. You can only find peace within yourself. Then you have to keep it, and that you need the mind to be really steady and stable enough. That's why you need the mind to be really still. When you have the stillness, then you're not so easily. So even you come out from meditation, your mind is very stable and not easily get sucked in and get affected by things that outside happen. The things that happen outside us. So that's why sometimes it's no need to rush. You can just prepare your mind, just be kind to your mind, and that's why it's quite useful to do some loving kindness meditation before you start with your breath meditation. Okay, now we can do the guided meditation now. Okay. So just find a comfortable posture. First of all, just relax and just spend a few moments being in the present moment awareness. just aware of your body, feeling, sensations, and just relax. And just aware of your body, feeling and sensation. If there's any tightness or tension, you just relax. As you relax your body, your mind becomes calmer. And this is how you calm your mind down, by relaxing your body. So now we can just send some loving kindness towards ourselves, sincerely envisioning ourselves. May I be well, may I be happy. May I be free from physical and mental suffering. May I be living in love and compassion. May I be well and happy. May I be free from mental and physical suffering. May I be living in love and compassion. And we sincerely wish ourselves to be well and happy. Be free from mental and physical suffering. May we live in love and compassion. As you do that, you're sending loving kindness to yourself. You can feel there's rapture, the gladness in your body and mind. And you started to feel the inner peace within you. And you can start to observe your breath with full attention and fully aware of your in and out breath. So any questions or comments? Any questions or comments? Everybody peaceful, happy? No questions? That means everybody enjoying your meditation. No problem, no question, huh? So no questions, okay. So going, gone, no question. It's very good today, very quick. So wish you Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, and see you next week. It's still me. Yeah, Ajahn Brahm and Ajahn Brahmali not here. Then he said I have to look after the shop. Okay, see you next week. Yes. The Majjhima Nikaya, that is the first suttas, the roots of all things.